Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, yelling with all your might for a ship to come to you. You're convinced you're sending the right message, yet the ship sails right past, seemingly oblivious. This frustrating scenario perfectly illustrates what Owen Hermstring uncovers as the energetic disconnect, the critical gap between our conscious affirmations and the subtle, underlying energetic field we're actually broadcasting. We might declare our desires with unwavering conviction, shouting a resounding yes to the universe. Yet our internal vibration, our field, is quietly, almost imperceptibly murmuring no. This profound conflict is, according to Hermstring, the primary block to our manifestation efforts. We've been taught the power of positive thinking, of visualizing our goals and affirming them daily. And while these practices are valuable tools for the conscious mind, they often fall short when there's a deeper, subconscious narrative at play. Our words, our conscious thoughts, represent only one layer of our being. Beneath that lies a far more ancient, visceral language spoken by our energetic field. This field is a composite of our deeply held beliefs, our ingrained emotional patterns, our physiological state, and even our past experiences. It's a constant, subtle broadcast that communicates our truest internal state, irrespective of what we might be saying aloud or even consciously believing. Hermstring might liken it to trying to convince someone you're happy while your body is visibly tense and your eyes hold a deep sadness. The words say yes, but the body, the field, is screaming no. The insidious nature of this disconnect lies in its unconscious operation. We might genuinely believe we are aligned with our desires. For instance, you might say, "I want financial abundance," with all your heart. But if your energetic field is infused with underlying fears about money, a deep-seated belief that wealth is hard to come by, or residual anxiety from past financial struggles, then your field's no is louder than your mind's yes. The universe, or rather the principles of resonance and attraction, responds to the dominant signal. If that dominant signal is one of lack, even a well-intentioned affirmation will struggle to cut through the noise. It's like trying to play a beautiful melody on an instrument that's fundamentally out of tune. No matter how skilled the musician, the sound will be discordant. This energetic disconnect explains why so many people find themselves stuck in cycles of wanting, trying, and ultimately failing to manifest. They exert immense conscious effort, engage in all the right practices, yet their reality stubbornly refuses to shift. This isn't a failure of effort or desire, it's a failure of alignment. The conscious mind is pulling one way, while the deeper, more powerful energetic field is pulling in the opposite direction. Recognizing this subtle yet profound conflict is the first critical step toward breaking free. It shifts our focus from merely trying harder to understanding the deeper energetic conversation we're having with the world, urging us to harmonize our entire being for true, effortless manifestation. If the energetic disconnect is the core problem, then one of its most potent architects is what Owen Hermstring might call the subconscious saboteur. This isn't a malicious entity within us, but rather the powerful, often well-meaning influence of our subconscious mind. Beneath our conscious awareness lies a vast repository of deeply ingrained fears, limiting beliefs, and past conditioning that can create a resounding no within our energetic field, even as our conscious self is vigorously affirming yes. These hidden beliefs act as silent vetoes, subtly undermining our manifestation efforts and keeping us locked in patterns that contradict our deepest desires. Think of the subconscious mind as the operating system running in the background of your computer. While your conscious mind is busy with the applications you're currently using, your desires, affirmations, plans, the operating system is handling all the fundamental processes based on its programming. This programming was largely installed during childhood, a period when our minds were incredibly porous and impressionable. If, for instance, you grew up in an environment where success was always followed by a setback, or where money was associated with arguments and stress, your subconscious might have formed a protective belief. It's safer not to have too much, or achieving my dreams will lead to pain. These aren't rational conclusions, but emotional associations that become deeply embedded. Hermstring would argue that these subconscious beliefs are far more influential than fleeting conscious thoughts, because they are rooted in our core sense of safety and survival. This subconscious saboteur operates insidiously because it's invisible to the conscious eye. You might genuinely believe you deserve abundance, but if a subconscious belief whispers, "I'm not good enough," or "I don't really deserve this," that whisper becomes a powerful energetic signal. This signal then creates internal resistance. It can manifest as self-sabotaging behaviors, procrastination, missing deadlines, or even unconsciously creating obstacles that prevent you from reaching your goal. It might also show up as a persistent feeling of unworthiness or a nagging anxiety even when things are going well, causing you to subtly push away the very opportunities you claim to desire. The conscious mind says yes to a new job, but the subconscious, carrying a belief like change is dangerous, creates a subtle undercurrent of fear that ultimately influences your interview performance or your ability to fully embrace the opportunity. The power of the subconscious saboteur lies in its protective intent. It's not trying to harm you, it's trying to keep you safe based on old, outdated programming. If abundance was once associated with perceived danger or loss, the subconscious will work tirelessly to keep you away from it, even if your conscious mind yearns for it. This explains the frustrating phenomenon of taking all the right steps, yet repeatedly encountering the same invisible wall. The conflict arises because the powerful energy of the subconscious, driven by these hidden beliefs, is sending a strong no into your energetic field, directly counteracting your conscious yes. Recognizing and working with this subconscious force, rather than trying to overpower it, is a critical step in resolving the conflict and truly aligning for manifestation. Our conscious mind might be articulate in its desires, but Owen Hermstring compellingly argues that our bodies are not passive vessels in the manifestation process. They are active and often vocal participants in our energetic broadcast. This topic delves into the body's counter-argument, revealing how chronic tension, ingrained stress responses, and even unprocessed, stored trauma can physically manifest as a resounding no within our energetic field. This profound connection shows how a body stuck in survival mode or holding on to past pain can directly contradict our conscious desires for abundance, ease, and well-being, effectively sabotaging our manifestation efforts from within. Consider the intricate interplay between our mental and physical states. When our conscious mind declares, "I am open to receiving wealth," but our body is habitually clenched, breathing shallowly, and carrying deep-seated anxiety, there's a powerful dissonance. Our nervous system, which is constantly scanning for safety, interprets physical tension as a sign of threat. If you're physically braced for impact, shoulders hunched, jaw tight, stomach knotted, your body is signaling a state of danger or scarcity, irrespective of your positive affirmations. Hermstring would likely emphasize that this physical no is often a deeper, more primal signal than our spoken yes. It's the ancient part of us responding to perceived threats, even if those threats are purely psychological or energetic. This physical counter-argument often stems from unresolved experiences. Trauma, whether acute like an accident or chronic like prolonged stress or emotional neglect, doesn't just reside in our memories. It gets stored in our tissues, our fascia, and our nervous system. A person who experienced a significant loss, for example, might carry a chronic tightness in their chest, a physiological no to receiving love or abundance, even years later. Someone who felt constantly unsafe in their childhood might live with a perpetually activated sympathetic nervous system, their body literally screaming danger, even in a secure environment. These stored energies create a physical vibration that actively repels what the conscious mind is trying to attract. It's like trying to sing a joyful song while your vocal cords are in a permanent state of spasm. Furthermore, chronic stress, a hallmark of modern life, keeps the body in a continuous state of readiness, mimicking a scarcity response. The constant release of stress hormones like cortisol prepares the body for fight or flight, diverting resources away from growth, repair, and receiving. This physiological state of emergency means the body is perpetually bracing against potential lack, directly contradicting any conscious desire for expansion or effortless flow. It creates a palpable energetic field of contraction that pushes away what is desired, simply because the body's primary directive is to conserve and protect itself based on an outdated alarm. Recognizing the body's powerful role in this conflict is crucial. We cannot simply think our way out of these physical counter-arguments. Instead, we must engage the body directly through practices that promote release, relaxation, and a sense of safety. Techniques like somatic experiencing, mindful movement, conscious breathwork, and gentle touch can help to unwind these physical manifestations of no, allowing the body to finally drop its guard and align with the conscious yes. It's only when the entire being, mind, emotion, and body is in harmonious alignment that the clear, powerful signal for manifestation can truly be broadcast. When your conscious mind screams yes, but your energetic field, influenced by subconscious beliefs and physiological tension, whispers or bellows no, you're caught in what Owen Hermstring describes as a frequency feedback loop. This isn't just a momentary conflict, it's a self-perpetuating cycle where the internal dissonance actively reinforces the very limitations you're trying to escape. Understanding this loop is crucial because it reveals why so many people feel perpetually stuck, unable to manifest their desires despite their best efforts. Imagine trying to steer a boat, but the rudder is pulling hard in the opposite direction. No matter how much you turn the wheel, the boat keeps veering off course. This is precisely what happens with the frequency feedback loop. Your energetic field, broadcasting a dominant signal of no, rooted in fear, scarcity, or unworthiness, attracts experiences that match that no. For instance, if your field is constantly broadcasting, "I'm not safe with money," then you might repeatedly encounter unexpected expenses, financial setbacks, or opportunities that fall through. These external events then serve as proof to your subconscious mind that its initial no was correct, further solidifying the limiting belief. This strengthened belief, in turn, intensifies the no signal from your energetic field, attracting even more confirmatory experiences. The loop perpetuates itself, creating a reality that continuously validates your underlying energetic discord. This cycle is particularly insidious because it operates beneath the surface of conscious awareness. You might consciously want abundance, but your energetic field, perhaps carrying an unconscious agreement that wealth is fleeting, attracts situations where money slips through your fingers. When this happens, your conscious mind then interprets it as proof that wealth is indeed hard to hold on to, reinforcing the original subconscious belief. Hermstring would emphasize that this feedback loop keeps you trapped in a reality that feels unchangeable, precisely because your internal system is continuously creating and confirming its own limitations. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, orchestrated by your own energetic broadcast. The physical body also plays a critical role in this loop. Chronic stress and tension, driven by the subconscious no, keep your nervous system in a state of alert. This physiological state then reinforces the feeling of being unsafe or in scarcity, which further strengthens the limiting beliefs. It's a multi-layered conflict. The mental belief fuels the emotional state, which fuels the physical tension, which then sends signals back to the mind, cementing the original belief. Breaking out of this loop requires disrupting it at multiple points, because addressing only one aspect, e.g., just positive thinking, isn't enough to overcome the entrenched, self-reinforcing nature of the conflict. Recognizing the frequency feedback loop empowers you to stop blaming external circumstances and instead focus on the internal shifts required. It highlights that the conflict blocking your manifestation isn't a random obstacle, but a coherent system of self-perpetuation. By understanding how this loop works, you gain the clarity needed to consciously intervene and begin sending a new, harmonious signal that attracts a reality truly aligned with your deepest desires. Once we unravel the conflict between the conscious yes and the no of our energy field, the pressing question becomes, how can we harmonize our entire being so that our intention for manifestation is unified and powerful? This topic offers actionable strategies for bridging the gap between our conscious desires and our energy field, ensuring that our words, mind, and body are sending a clear and consistent signal of affirmation. Owen Hermstring, through his insight, guides us beyond merely understanding the problem, offering a roadmap for resolution. The foundation for bridging this divide lies in somatic practice, which recognizes the body's deep wisdom and its ability to release trapped energetic patterns. If the body has been screaming no through chronic tension or stored trauma, we need to actively engage it in the yes process. Techniques like conscious breathwork are incredibly powerful. Shallow, rapid breathing signals danger to the nervous system, perpetuating the no state. By practicing deep, slow, diaphragmatic breathing, we send a safety signal to our body, activating the parasympathetic nervous system. Rest and digest. This physiological shift is a direct way of communicating to our energy field that it is okay to relax, receive, and be in abundance. Furthermore, emotional release work is vital. Unprocessed emotions, such as fear, anger, or sadness, can become trapped in the body, creating energetic blockages that contribute to the no field. Practices such as emotional journaling, somatic therapy, or even cathartic release exercises, such as crying or screaming in a safe space, can help move this stagnant energy. By allowing these emotions to be felt and released rather than repressed, we remove layers of static from our field, allowing our signal to become clearer. Hermstring would likely point out that emotional avoidance is one of the biggest contributors to the no field, as unprocessed energy continues to vibrate at a frequency of resistance. Conscious reprogramming is another pillar. This involves working directly with the subconscious beliefs that act as saboteurs. Once a limiting belief is identified, e.g., I am not worthy of success, the next step is to actively replace it with an empowering belief. I am inherently worthy of all success. This isn't just empty repetition, it's the consistent practice of visualizing the new belief as true, feeling the emotions associated with it, and acting from this new paradigm. Affirmations, when combined with emotional and bodily alignment, become powerful tools, not mere words. It's about creating a new internal story that your body and energy field can believe. Finally, energetic hygiene is crucial. Just as we bathe to cleanse our physical body, we need practices to cleanse our energy field. This can include spending time in nature, which has a naturally high and grounding frequency, or practicing gratitude, which instantly raises our vibration. Meditation, especially those focused on breathing and body awareness, helps clear the field of external energies and reinforce our own frequency. By integrating these tools, we are not just trying to manifest. We are becoming the manifestation, harmonizing every part of our being so that our yes is total, coherent, and irresistible to the universe. After consciously working to bridge the divide between your yes and your energetic no, you arrive at a profound state that Owen Hermstring describes as harmonious flow. This isn't just about manifesting a single desire, it's about transforming your very way of being. When your conscious intention, your subconscious beliefs, and your physiological state are all perfectly aligned, when your entire being resonates with a unified yes, you unlock a new paradigm of existence where life begins to unfold with remarkable synchronicity. Opportunities appear effortlessly, and desires materialize with greater ease. Imagine a powerful river, previously dammed and obstructed, now flowing freely and gracefully towards its destination. The internal resistance is gone, the energetic static has cleared, and the subconscious saboteur has been retrained to become an ally. In this state of harmonious flow, your energetic field sends out a crystal-clear signal to the universe. There's no longer any conflict, no mixed messages. This coherence allows the universal laws of attraction and resonance to work unimpeded, drawing to you experiences and circumstances that perfectly match your elevated vibration. Hermstring would emphasize that this is not magic, but the natural outcome of aligning with how reality fundamentally operates. One of the most noticeable aspects of living in harmonious flow is the unfolding of synchronicity. You might find yourself randomly meeting the exact person you needed for a project, or a book falls into your lap that contains the precise solution to a long-standing challenge. Opportunities that once seemed distant or required immense struggle now appear effortlessly, often exceeding your initial expectations. This isn't about luck. It's about your heightened awareness and your magnetic field attracting what you're truly in resonance with, because your internal system is no longer spending energy on conflict and resistance. That energy becomes available for creation and attraction. Furthermore, decision-making becomes incredibly intuitive. When your conscious mind is aligned with your energetic field, your inner wisdom is unclouded. You simply know the right next step, and your actions feel inspired and effortless rather than forced or draining. Challenges, when they arise, are met with a sense of calm and creative problem-solving rather than fear or overwhelm. The old frequency feedback loop of limitation is replaced by an abundance feedback loop, where every positive manifestation further reinforces your belief in your capacity, strengthens your high vibration state, and attracts even more positive outcomes. Living in unified manifestation means that there is no internal conflict. The stress, tension, and anxiety that previously arose from the no in your field dissipate. Your body feels more relaxed and open, your mind clearer and more focused, and your emotions are generally more positive and expansive. It's a state of deep trust in life and in your own ability to create. This isn't just about getting what you want. It's about the profound inner peace and sense of mastery that comes from knowing you are operating in full alignment with your authentic self and the boundless possibilities of the universe. It's the ultimate freedom from the invisible chains, allowing you to not just manifest desires, but to truly live your highest potential, ready to manifest with effortless grace. If Owen Hermstring's insights on aligning your field resonated with you, imagine what else is possible. Subscribe to our channel now for more transformative wisdom, practical techniques, and inspiring journeys to help you achieve unified manifestation. Don't let inner conflict block your dreams. Hit the notification bell and join our community dedicated to living in harmonious flow and attracting your highest reality.